Hello there, Steve here in Sydney. I've just got a couple of things to talk to you about. I'm from the True Blue Healer website, the Gnosis website. I'm just going to talk to you. Someone asked me just the other day, everyone talks about, especially all these New Age gurus, that we should all wake up, you see. And the question was put to me, exactly what does this wake up really mean? Is it just a kind of self-delusion or what? Well, there's actually two ways of waking up. One of them is to have a biochemical switch thrown in you which raises your consciousness, your awareness, your ability to perceive other things. That's one way of waking up. And another way is to have some hard-drilled, thoroughly proven facts presented to you in some forcible way that causes you to discard large chunks of your lifelong belief system. That's another kind of awakening. Now, how can this happen? Well, I've got a wonderful surprise for you. I'm not sure if you're aware of this. It's not going to be in the media anywhere because it threatens mainstream media and mainstream science. And it goes like this. The final stake in the heart of the Big Bang Theory has been thrust through it. Someone has actually done something marvellous. They have been able to produce the redshift on a kitchen table in a laboratory. Okay? The redshift has been reproduced in a laboratory. The same redshift that is observed throughout space and is the basis of the Big Bang Theory. And the remarkable thing about this table where the redshift occurred is that it wasn't moving at all. And this was predicted in 1995 and it was just done recently, some 15 years later. And it conformed exactly to the predicted theory of 1995 called the new tide light theory. And it was that redshift would be caused by bunched clouds of electrons in plasma, which sounds like a pretty obscure sort of thing, but it utterly demolishes the Big Bang Theory because redshift is the foundation stone of the Big Bang Theory, first discovered by Hubble in the 19th century, and then used by other people to justify an ever-expanding universe. Nobel Prizes have been given to this effect that the universe is expanding faster than ever, and it's utter bunkum. Because the observed redshift is actually due to the presence of plasma in space. That's ionized gas. You may be aware that the Big Bang Theory can only identify about 4 or 5% of the whole universe, and they account for the rest of it with dark energy and dark matter. Well, the truth is, most likely, most of the universe is actually plasma, which is ionized gases in space. Okay? So, I've put a couple of links beneath this video for you to look at. Now, one of them is actually a serious paper from somebody in Kuwait. Another one is a scientific chat line from the Electric Universe people who are forever propounding electrical explanations that plug the holes, the gaping holes in the Big Bang Theory and general cosmology. And what happens is that it's a chat line you can look at, one of these links, and I want you to know straight away that the people writing on this chat line are not the usual pseudo-skeptics posing as scientists, demanding evidence from everybody but never providing it themselves. These are real live practicing peer-reviewed scientists, and they talk about this subject with great excitement and enthusiasm. They are peer-reviewed themselves. They discuss this paper, they kick it around, and they say it is a landmark discovery, a landmark paper, and the final stake through the heart of the Big Bang Theory. And they say, people initially say at the top of the page, and I invite you to read this, that no matter what the facts, the mainstream Big Bang Theory will continue rocking on no matter what. It's like juggernaut that can't be stopped. Now, further down the page, other people say no, the leakage to the general public via the internet will slowly undermine the mainstream's obstinacy. They're clinging to the old-fashioned Big Bang theory. I'd just like you to know the Big Bang theory was actually propagated and lobbied around the world by someone called Georges Lemaitre, a Vatican Belgian priest, who managed to convince Einstein it was a damn good theory. And 1928, Einstein signed off on it, and then it became gospel for everyone who never questioned it. And it was all based on this redshift assumption that it was due to Doppler effect reflecting distance. It's completely false. Completely false. Not true at all. So we've got this theory which seems closely based on Genesis. It's quite silly, this Big Bang theory, and it's been occupying all of our heads for all of our lives, and it won't lie down even when you put a stake through its heart. But the scientists talking on this chat line are very excited about it, and I invite you to look at their opinions on the various aspects of it, and the difficulty of getting redshift on a kitchen table, the knowledge of it being widely available, known to everybody, that it's not anything to do with galaxies moving away from us or that sort of thing. So here we have a way of waking up in a big way. You'll be amazed. I doubt you can go 7 days without having someone in the media tell you something about the Big Bang based on the Big Bang. I mean, for example, the $2.6 billion Hadron Collider at CERN in Switzerland is supposedly going to take scientists back to a microsecond after the Big Bang, you see, which never really happened, by the way, because the Big Bang was originally calculated backwards from the apparent movement from observing the redshift. But that was false from the very beginning. So for nearly 100 years, scientists have been chasing this will-o'-the-wisp metaphysical, mathematical wizardry where space can bend even though it's empty and nothing. Pure nothingness somehow is bent by mass. And the only way to keep the theory going recently on the Discovery Channel we have seen is that curved space at the beginning of time, when the universe began to explode, curved space expanded faster than light. Can you believe that? They break their own laws of relativity so that to keep the Big Bang theory afloat. It's absolutely preposterous. But only in that one instance where the priests say so. So, it is very, very welcome news, and I'll invite you to go and look at the couple of links below this video where redshift has been observed in a laboratory in a stationary situation, and it's simply caused by clouds of electrons basically grouping together, and it causes a redshift of the spectrum of the light coming off the plasma. So redshift is actually caused by presence of plasma in space, not by movement of anything. It's proximity to plasma, not distance from anything. Okay? So this is explained better than I can on these two pages. You might find it heavy going with the maths, but the chatting by a variety of scientists is easy to follow in the scientific chat line. So that was for a man on YouTube who goes by the unusual moniker of Tungsten or Wolfram, who did put that question to me about what's all this talk about waking up? Is it just waffle? It is not. Two ways to do it. You can have major facts in your face undermining most of your life's belief system. And the Big Bang is an all-permeating cultural icon thing which is terrible. It should be removed from our life and let us think clearly for once and look at evidence from laboratories instead. It's much better. Big Bang has become a religion. Okay, so this is a way of waking up. And to Gnostic Unrest, who put a metaphor to me, an analogy, that we actually find truth in layers like an onion. We progress through the layers, And the reason we do this is that we can't understand ultimate truths. We have to be psychologically prepared and academically prepared also to understand truths at the different levels of understanding. And then I will put the teasing question: as you work your way through all the layers of the onion, when you get to the centre, where are we located? Where have we got to when we get to the centre of the onion? Piercing all the veils, all the levels of the onion. Well, the answer is it's really very simple for us Gnostics. You're located back where you started. And that's abundantly obvious to Gnostic people, and it's probably meaningless to everybody else, but that's the big difference between us and them, you see. So, now, just getting back to this electric universe thing, you can subscribe for a weekly email to thunderbolts.info, and every week they give you 6 or 7 juicy stories to read with magnificent colour pictures of the universe, or plasma labs, or ancient history, or something like that. And you learn a little bit of this every week. Okay, you can learn all about why Mars has got lightning-scarred craters on it, and probably vast interplanetary lightning bolts triggered ice ages on Earth and great floods in recent Earth history. Okay, so lots of wonderful things you can get just by subscribing to the weekly emails from thunderbolts.info. I commend it to you. Steve in Sydney. Over and out.